Yo, what's going on? Chavo Guerrero Jr. here, giving a big shout out to Wrestling Rehab. Keep watching, keep listening, and viva la raza.
Órale.
Órale, Cholo Trucker Wrestling Rehab. It is time for the Survivor Series. Every time I hear Survivor Series or I think Survivor Series, for one reason or another, Vince McMahon comes to mind when he used to be commentary and he'd say, the Survivor Series. Badass. Let's go ahead and let's bring in my tag team partner. He is the one who hits you with an RKO out of nowhere from the LA Times. One, Mr. Pablo.
Yo, 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 yo. What's happening, everybody?
All right, what's going on, big dog? Here we are, man. The final of the big four throughout the calendar year, the Survivor Series.
Yeah, man. This kind of threw me for a loop a couple of weeks ago because I kept hearing war games, and I kept hearing Survivor Series. And for a while, I thought they were two different pay-per-views, man. Till more
Well,
recently, about 2 weeks ago, I was like, wow, they put it together and they're 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 one now.
yeah, I guess this is the way it's gonna be now, man. Last year it was the same thing, Survivor Series War Games. I think it was the
Mhm.
start of it. And because War Games was an NXT pay-per-view, and then they just made it into Survivor Series. I actually kind of like the Raw versus SmackDown. How say you, Pablo?
Yeah, that's pretty dope. I kind of like that. Yeah, because you never know
Yeah.
who's really going to get over. And yeah, I agree. I like that a little more, a little more to the old school. I mean, so many great Survivor Series over the years, but should be an interesting one, man. There's a lot of star power in these matches.
Do you remember the last Survivor Series that they did? And I'm not talking about Raw versus SmackDown. Do you remember the last Survivor Series that they did team eliminations?
Shoot, I don't recall the last one I've seen.
Because
What about you?
I don't remember. If any of the junkies out there can let us know what was the last Survivor Series that they did team eliminations, because even in the mid to late 90s, they had done away with it already. If
Hmm.
anybody remembers, even like the Montreal Screw Job was in the late 90s. That was Survivor Series.
Right, right.
So I don't remember the last Survivor Series that they did team elimination. Um, that'd be a good one to look up. I kind of want to know what the answer to that is. What's up, Bessa Benny from the Box State?
Have you ever gone back and watched the whole Survivor Series with the Montreal Screwjob and just watched the whole thing? Have you ever watched it?
It's been a long time, but yes, I have. I have.
Yeah. See, that was a old school kind of lineup that I liked, you know.
Okay.
But yeah, man, here we are, and it should be good. Hopefully, got my pizza ready, and man, let's see what happens, huh?
Oh yeah, man. Pablo, am I tripping or is there only five matches tonight?
Exactly, exactly. Only 5 matches, so but those women and men, those cage matches, the war games, being that somebody only comes out every so often, those are going to be long matches. I'm assuming probably like an hour each.
Yeah.
So, but I've also heard Wrestling Observer say that it's going to be a 4 hour show. So I was like, how's it going to be a 4 hour show if we only have 5 matches? It's impossible. So
Well,
we have some secret stuff going on.
let's get into some of these matches and let's see how long they could tell the story for some of these matches in the ring. Pablo, what do we got coming up, man?
Okay, so first match we got, and we'll go by the way the WWE has them situated. It was going to be Santos Escobar versus Carlito, but on SmackDown, Carlito was attacked from behind by Santos Escobar during a brawl. Carlito is out, and then in comes Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee requests to fight Santos Escobar. So here we are for the first match of the night, Survivor Series War Games. Santos Escobar versus Dragon Lee. What say you?
Okay, so all it took was for Santos Escobar to throw a flying knee, and Carlito is completely disabled now. Like
It
I don't get it, man.
No, never mind. Every match that people get thrown into the stairs and everything.
Right. Yeah, yeah. Never mind all that. All Santos Escobar had to do was get on the railing and come throw a knee, and now Carlito's out. But okay. Um, I do like this turn, this heel turn from Santos Escobar. We saw it coming, Paul. We talked about it, well before it happened. I do kind of like it. Um, Carlito being a face, I think is only gonna last so long.
Yep.
Dragon Lee, I think maybe he can be an addition to LWO. Does that do anything for LWO? No. They just need to let go of LWO. I just think they just need to let it go. But look, I think it's a good match. Not a lot of star power. I don't think too many people care too much about it. I think the only reason people might care about it is if Ray makes an appearance.
Hmm.
But outside of that, I see a good match. Two good, two good wrestlers. It's just the interest is not there. Santos Escobar is barely trying to get a little bit of traction, which he kind of sort of is, not quite yet. And Dragon Lee, I mean, some people think he's Kalisto. I mean, I don't. I look, he's all right. He's all right, but I'm glad they're getting a good match here at Survivor Series, man, because both of these guys can really go.
Yeah. Imagine if we were watching this match without the Carlito factor. Like if they
Mm,
were just doing this match just alone, we'd be like, why is this here on Survivor Series? But
right.
at least Carlito, he's a big star. He gives it a little bit of them. But I tell you what, and Carlito is one of my favorite wrestlers. Randy Orton, another, just so on and so on. This match will probably be a better match without Carlito because both these men can wrestle. These guys are great wrestlers, both of them. Santos Escobar and Dragon Lee. They are great wrestlers. Dragon Lee, I don't know if you know, he was in New Japan, Ring of Honor. He's a Mexican wrestler. He's second generation. When he talks on the mic, he's very focused. He seems passionate about what he does. And I think Triple H is really behind him. I'm not sure, but that's my feeling because why are they pushing him so hard? And they're trying to build up both these guys. That's why I think they threw Carlito out, and Carlito's getting old. So I look for this fight to be maybe if we get our mind out of it, like just watch it as a pure wrestling match. This could be the match of the night. With the
Mm.
high flying. This guy's Dragon Lee. He's kind of like Ricochet. Um, and don't get me wrong. I'm not sold on him yet, but I have seen him move, and I have seen Santos move, and I think these guys have known each other before from Mexico. So I think that they could work good together. This could be a great match, and hopefully it's a start of Triple H using more raza inside the squared circle. So who do you got, Cholo?
I okay. I completely agree. When we're just talking about technical wrestling, because a lot of focus is gonna be on these, the war game matches, right?
Right,
But if we're just talking about wrestling, I think this is the one that's gonna take the cake right here, man. Both of
right.
these guys can definitely go. Dragon Lee had a great match with Dirty Dom not too long ago.
Mm,
So I do agree with you, Paul, in the fact that the wrestling ability is gonna be there, the great match is gonna be there. It's just the star value and the interest, that's I think that's lacking a little bit. I
yeah,
think you're gonna need to throw Carlito out there. You're gonna need to throw Rey Mysterio out there just for them to make an appearance, for people to really start paying attention a little bit more at some point. But yes,
yeah.
as a match, This is going to be good. And in my opinion, Santos Escobar wins. You're trying to build him away from the LWO. I think he wins, and he just barely became heel. So
Right.
have him win by cheating because he has
I
not done
agree.
that yet. Have him win by cheating and establishing himself as a heel. I got Pablo Escobar. How say you, Pablo?
Pablo Escobar. You call him Pablo Escobar.
Hey, I'm trying to save words, so I'll just pass it to you, Pablo and Escobar.
Oh, there you go. You know what, bro? I was thinking the same thing, bro. I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking that him winning by cheating, it would be too easy to give Dragon Lee the win, man. What does that mean? Man, but they have a good heel thing going right here with Santos, man. So I would like him Santos to win, like you said, by cheating. Carlito comes out, but he's too late to save the day. So I'm gonna go with Santos Escobar by cheating also. But I will say this. I think they gave us a hint on SmackDown about Carlito because Santos was saying, "You're not even in the LWO. You're not LWO." You know what I mean? Have they ever really said that he is LWO? You know, like for sure.
Right.
So I get a little thing that we don't know where Carlito stands in that whole thing. You know, a little hint. So we'll see. But yeah, so I agree. Both of us agree. Santos Escobar
Let me throw this at you, Paul.
for sure.
Any chance that all this is a work and Carlito turns heel and helps Santos Escobar win?
Ooh, possibly, man.
Okay.
Possibly. I think there's some things in there because people were talking rumors that the LWO is breaking up, but still going to be there. But some people were going to go with Escobar. Now maybe
Oh,
they're putting Carlito there, you know. But who would that leave to rival against? You know, Ray is hurt, had surgery, so I don't know. I don't know, but something's in the mix, man. I look for a little plot twist with this one.
oh no, not the LWO breaking up. That will break my heart. Um,
Yeah, and those two other guys that we don't even know their names, uh,
yeah,
they're like irrelevant, bro. They need to do
very.
something with them.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I guess I didn't think about that. If Ray is gonna be out, then yeah, because I was thinking about it just right now. It's like, well, wait a second. Carlito is gonna turn heel at some point. What if he just turns heel by helping Santos Escobar win? You know?
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know where you go with that story because now what they're gonna be in cahoots, rivaling against whom? Against just Dragon Lee?
Right. And Dragon Lee maybe joins LWO and a bunch of even more irrelevant team. Yeah, I don't know.
As a Benny, yeah, I see him on NXT. I do. I see him on NXT, man. But
Who's
the other
that?
two dudes, the other two guys from LWO,
Oh, they're on NXT.
yeah, yeah, they do show up on NXT here and there. So but even then, look, but even then, sorry, I'm over here chewing on something. But even then, it's not like, oh man, these guys are somebody at NXT. Not even that, you know. They're a little bit more relevant, I guess I would say. But what is that? Think of what they are on the main roster. You don't
Yeah,
really need to be that much more to be something there where they're at NXT. They're not really that relevant on NXT either. These guys need a
yeah.
little bit of a push. They need a push. I'm starting to feel bad for them, man.
Well, hey, you know what? But they have to get over, it, man. They're out there. They could at least do a little better job on their work, bro. We're not even speaking highly of them.
Okay.
So, let's see.
Okay.
Los
Agreed.
Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo. I'm talking about them. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you guys hear that? You guys hear us? We're talking about you. So be thanking us. Cause ain't nobody talking about you, man. But
Right? Right?
yeah. Yeah, but Carrillo and Garza, I'm rooting for you, Vatos, man. I really am. I want to see you guys. And by the way, they could be an actual real tag team, Paul. In a time where the tag team champions are like so irrelevant. There's not a lot of real good tag teams. The Street Profits are there. Alpha Academy, I guess, is a real tag team. Get these guys up there, man. Make them a real true tag team. Have them get over a little bit here and there, and have them compete against Street Profits. Have them compete against some of these,
Who the
tag team.
LWO guys or the Lotharios?
The LWO guys, all these guys, Lotharios, LWO guys, get them going.
Yeah, Lotharios kind of disappeared, man. They were getting a little bit of heat, man. They had that kiss cam going. They were getting a little bit, bro. So I could see them, being in that picture, man, if they would get a chance.
Yeah, yeah. They were starting to get something going. Los Lotharios were with the whole handing out the roses and
Right.
being flirtatious with the girls, trying to make themselves like real ladies, man. And I was just like, yeah, get them going out there. And I don't know, man. They just kind of threw cold water on them.
Yeah, they had a little bit of heat too, man. They were good. They were pretty good bad guys, for B level talent. Who knows by now if they would have kept going, they could have been in the title picture. Who knows?
Right, right. Well, we'll see. So we both got Santos Escobar.
Yep. By
All
cheating.
right. By cheating. Yes, yes. All right. What else we got?
All right. The next one is the women's War Games match. Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, and Shotzi versus Bailey, Io Sky, Kari Sane, Asuka with Dakota Kai in their corner. Women's War Games match, brother. Take it over.
What is okay? I appreciate when they try to put some talent over to see if it works. And I'm telling everybody right now, for me at least, maybe for others it is, but for me at least, it's just not working with Shotzi.
Yes.
It's not, man. I mean, think of the company that she's in. She is in the company of Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, and who you throw in? Shotzi. There's one
Bro.
of those that do not belong. One of
Yeah.
those that do not belong. And by the way, I kind of liked her a little bit more with her green hair,
Yes.
but oh well, man. You want to throw her in that she's up there now? I don't think she is. She, but oh well. I think this is at some point. At some point, um, Bailey is gonna get turned on by Kyrie and Asuka and Io, right? I mean, they're gonna turn on her. Is it gonna be tonight? I'm I don't know. I think tonight definitely gets the ball rolling. I'm not gonna say that tonight they turn on her, but tonight really gets the ball rolling where everybody starts like, okay. I think actually it happens after after tonight. But tonight it really sets the stage where it's like, oh, okay, they're gonna turn on her. Who wins this match? I'm gonna say Damage Control does. We seen what's going on with Charlotte and Becky. I think they're trying to make something happen down the line with Charlotte versus Becky, which doesn't really excite me too much, Paul. I know people are really, really over on Becky Lynch. I'm not, but I get it. She's really over. That match one on one doesn't really do too much for me. I've seen it before. Nothing great, nothing that special. But hey, they're trying to build that up again. So be it. And I'm not really sure what story they can continue with if you just get a lot of these random girls, Becky, Bianca, Charlotte, Shotzi, to win tonight, as opposed to a faction where you got the damage control. So I go damage control.
Wow. Interesting. Interesting. Now remind me, Cholo, is the cage, is it, does it have a door? Or do you, to get in, do you have to go over? I forget.
I think
Or
it
in other words,
does have a door.
how do you win? Is it last man
No,
standing or what is it?
no, it's by pinfall. So it's a pretty much a regular match, but there's two rings. I mean, the cage is so big, you fit two different rings in
Right.
there. So you could go from ring to ring. But no, you just pin your opponent.
Okay. Are they locked in?
I believe they're locked in. Are you thinking about outside interference?
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. That's why I'm asking.
Okay. Look, I'm sure there's a way to get in. I can almost guarantee there's a way to get in.
Okay. All right. So with this match, like you said, did you watch SmackDown last night?
Of course. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So Shotzi, oh my gosh. When she did, when all the girls spoke and it was Shotzi's turn, I
Mm.
even it was hard for Charlotte and Becky and them to like hide their, like, oh my gosh, she's doing this. You know what I mean? Did you see their faces? It was like so horrible. Shotzi did such a horrible job, and I get it, man. They're putting, they're trying to give her a shot, man. But Shotzi does not belong in there. Um,
Mm,
I think the way they're dressing her too is horrible. They're trying to dress her kind of like mommy, and it
right.
doesn't work. It doesn't work all around. So here we go in the fight. Okay, if who's gonna win? If Beck, why have Becky, Bianca, and Charlotte win? All these girls could have their own match on their own and be on any pay per view, and headline it. So all these
Mm,
girls, they're not going to remain a team. What does it do for the WWE if Charlotte's team wins? It does absolutely nothing. So I see Bailey. I do think she's getting turned on tonight. I do think
okay.
that Io Sky, Kyrie, and Asuka, they are going to come together, turn on Bailey, and I believe they are going to win.
Who's it one?
And I could think it's kind of like one of those things where they win, and then Becky and Charlotte, and I think Bianca and Charlotte are going to start warring tonight too. I think that's what they're setting up for WrestleMania. Becky and Charlotte, even though it looks like, Bianca and Charlotte are going to start warring. They're going to start fighting somehow, and because I think that's supposed to be maybe one of the WrestleMania matches, even though everybody wants Jade Cargill. So they
Hmm.
will lose. They'll start fighting, getting ready to build up WrestleMania. But this is what I think is going to happen. Bailey's team will win, but after the match, when Charlotte and them are leaving the ring, they're going to be jumping on Bailey, beating her up, and a la Hulk Hogan and the NWO, they're going to come out and help Bailey. Someone's going to come out and help Bailey, and Bailey's going to turn face, come back,
Ah.
retribution. So I think it's going to be something like that. It could be an okay match because a lot of these Japanese wrestlers, man, that they got in the ring could go. They could really
Oh yeah.
go. And then Becky and Charlotte and Bianca could go too. So man, it should be a great one, man. Everything should
I
be a great one. I think they're gonna really try to highlight Shotzi. They're gonna try to highlight Shotzi in this match to build her up, man, to make her into a superstar. But no matter what Shotzi does, I don't think it's gonna work, man. But go ahead.
Look, I agree, man. I think this would be a really good match. Yes, the Japanese girls, they can really throw down. Couple of things that you said there, Paul. One is they were really excited for Jade Cargill, and she hasn't been anywhere anymore, man.
Right, right.
Yeah, they're showing her on camera here, there, and everywhere, and yeah, man, I kind of forgot that. That's right, she's with the WWE. Um, yeah, look, there's no reason for the faces to win this match. I'm with you 1,000%, Paul. I would really much rather see Bianca versus Charlotte as opposed to a build up between Becky and versus Charlotte. I hope that's the direction they go. But now that you said that they turn on Becky tonight, right?
Bailey.
Yeah, they turn on Bailey tonight, right? It's like, okay, um, what about Dakota Kai? Like, where does that leave her? She's still injured.
Right.
She shows up. She's there. She's there. She's been there throughout this entire time. Where does that leave her? Do they
Mm,
turn on her? Do they turn on her, or is it just on Bailey? And does somebody like Charlotte, or if you're gonna try to push Io Scott, I'm sorry, if you're gonna try to push Shotzi more, does Shotzi come back and help?
oh,
Becky. I'm sorry, help Bailey from that. Yeah, look, the interest for this match, at least for me, it is up there. I am interested in this match. I just, it's like I already know who's going to win, though, because there's no reason why the faces should win this match. No
right.
reason whatsoever.
Right. And all the Japanese wrestlers are going to continue to be interlinked, you know.
Yeah.
So they're going to be together. So after this, Charlotte, Bianca, Becky, they're all going to go their own way because they're all on different shows. So we know
Mhm.
that's going to happen. But the one thing Bianca was requesting, was to fight Charlotte at WrestleMania. So that's an all-star match right there, man. They could do 2 WrestleManias in a row with that one. So there's no
Yeah.
reason for Becky and Charlotte to go because there's no title. There's no
Mm.
title, and it's interesting playing who's better, Becky or Charlotte. It's just interesting, man. And yeah, I look forward to this match, and I think with Dakota Kai, I believe she's not cleared to wrestle yet, right? And they're playing it like she understands Japanese. So it's going to be interesting if they keep her around. If they keep her around, and is she really still hurt or is she cleared? Who knows? So it's going to be interesting, man. I think she can end up staying around, and they could get a whole nother story down the line turning on Dakota Kai too. So it's good.
Pablo, I completely forgot until you just mentioned it right now. You're right. They are playing it that she does understand Japanese.
Yep.
That's right. That's right. She did a little bit of translating, finger quotes, translating.
Yeah.
That's right. I completely forgot about that. Yeah. So maybe they don't have to turn on her. So, yeah, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and change it, man. I think they do turn on Bailey tonight.
Yeah.
I
I
think
I
they,
think
yeah.
so. I think so. And the other thing I heard on other wrestling podcasts was, does Bailey know, and does Bailey have backup? Does Bailey know? Does Bailey have backup? Does she have somebody on her? Like, she senses it. Does she really have backup? She's not that stupid. And the other one I heard regarding Jade Cargill,
Mm.
Wrestling Observer, I believe it was Dave Meltz or somebody had said that he believes that they were excited to sign Jade Cargill. They saw her wrestle, and they're like,
Mm.
oh, like, we better hold off, a little bit. Like, give her a little more
Wow.
training. That's why we haven't
Right.
seen her. So I hope not, man. I hope not. They could bring her in slow, and hopefully she's like a Dominic, just gets everything quick. Because
Could it be Jade Cargill who helps out Bailey?
I know that would be a way to bring her in huge.
Right.
That would be huge, man. And Barbara Bailey, man, they showed some old clips of her beating up Kyrie Sane. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh my.
No, no.
Oh well, 2 weeks ago they showed clips of her beating up Kyrie Sane before Kyrie Sane left the last time. They showed her. Bailey's
Ah.
gained a lot of weight, bro. So she's gained a lot of weight since then, bro. The typical Mexican, bro. She's my people. You know.
Hey, all good, man. All good. Nothing wrong with a little bit of weight, man.
No, no, no. Okay, hey, Bailey's down, man, and I
Yeah.
don't know how I would like seeing her as a face though, but we'll see.
I don't think she'll go back to the whole, hugs and kisses kind of thing. I think she'll be a face. She'll be a good face, but I don't ever see her going back to the whole, the ponytail and the hugs and all that stuff. So I think it'll work. I think she'll be kind of a little bit more like a badass of a face.
Sheesh. Man, the next fight, bro, it has a lot of future at stake.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, we talk about Roman Reigns and his title run. Who's gonna
Right.
break it, and we had all these theories about possibly they want Roman to beat San Martino and Hogan, and
Mhm.
we don't know. And there's like 5 people that we list that could possibly dethrone him. Well, this is one guy I think that could possibly dethrone him
Mhm.
if he continues to win. And we're talking about the Intercontinental Champion Gunther versus The Miz.
Mm.
Gunther versus The Miz. That's our next fight. And I just want to go through this really quick. Just if Gunther keeps winning, now we're talking about Triple H when he brings in people like John Cena and Brock Lesnar lately. We've seen all these stars lose and lose and lose and lose and lose, right? He wants to build up the next generation of champions. And I think Gunther, in his mind, maybe not my mind, but in Triple H's mind, I think he sees him as one of the guys from the future that could really take the mantle. I could be wrong. But this match right here has a lot of history behind it. I mean, but going forward, that could change a lot of things because the momentum would say that the Miz give him the belt. The fans are behind him. That this could rebuild. It could be a second win for the Miz. But then you got all this wind with Gunther. Where is this match going, Trello Trucker? Help us figure it out. Go for it.
The greatest championship ever in all of wrestling, the Intercontinental Championship. Let me tell you guys something. The last great Intercontinental Champion was none other than The Miz. And The Miz is awesome. Um, he's already getting up there in age. But look, okay, I'm gonna be fair because I was gonna go on a rant here, but let me just be fair here. Okay. Everybody knows how I feel about Gunther being Intercontinental champion and
Right.
him surpassing the honky tonk man and all that stuff. Okay. Here's the thing. He's gotta lose it at some point, right?
Right.
Now, do you lose it to somebody that you're trying to get over? Or do you lose it to somebody who gave a lot to the business like The Miz? I mean, The Miz is 100% WWE guy, man, and he's
Yes.
done so much great things. And by the way, I don't know if what kind of reception they're getting from the universe because they've been trying to paint the picture that Gunther is the greatest Intercontinental champion of all time. And I'm not sure if they're getting that kind of reception, Paul. I'm not sure. Maybe
Mhm.
they are. I don't know. But come on, man. Look, you guys know who I'm going for. I'm going for the Miz. Ever since, ever since Gunther surpassed the honky tonk man, now it does matter to me. At first, before that, I was like, I don't care who beats him. I don't care. I don't care if that freaking little sniveling little troll looking dude. What the heck was his name? Um, the guy that was with Carmella for a
Oh,
while. I Benny, help me out over here, man. But I didn't care. But since he passed the honky tonk man, then I'm like, you know what? Now I care. Now I care. And I've been looking and scoping for somebody who is worthy enough of it. Right. And I thought Chad Gable, Shorty G, I thought he was going to be pretty good, Paul. But you know what? Let Miz get one more run. Miz will never, ever, ever be the main champion ever again. That's not going to happen. But he can be Intercontinental champion and have one more great run the way he knows how. That is a great Intercontinental Champion in the Miz. Let's go, Miz. I'm with you tonight, Holmes. Let's do this, man. The Gunther reign is done. It is done. Let's end it. We kill it here with the Miz, and it's gonna be awesome.
Oh, wow. All right, man. How do I follow that? Okay, man. So this is the way I look at it going forward. Gunther is a good bad guy. Gunther as a face, I don't think would be over. So I think he's kind of one dimensional in that. The Miz could go on either side, and he always is either side. He's either good but a little bit good or bad, you know. The way they have pushed Miz, okay, I'm usually pretty good. Like every time we have a pay-per-view, you know, it's like the tribal chief, I'm pretty good at saying, no, there's no chance. They want him to keep winning. They want him to keep winning. They want to keep winning. Okay, this match has me perplexed because it feels like everything that they want the Miz, like they're pushing it that the Miz could do it. Like, man, dude, like, what's the good in Gunther's reign keep going forward? What good does it do? He's already surpassed Honky Tonk Man by what, 2 months or something, 3 months. He's already got
that.
There's no good in Gunther to keep going. Like, what's left? Who's left? I think the Miz has put his dues in. The Miz has put his dues. The Miz is one of the people who they could count on in this company. The Miz is a fun champion, regardless. Like I said before, when he's on, man. And right now, they're making it look like the Miz has a chance. And if I have to make a pick today, I wouldn't put money on it, but I'm going to choose the Miz. And I want the Miz to win. I think it would be a nice change. And could you imagine Gunther when he loses, he has to face his two minions? And face them that he lost. And it could be the next 2 months on Raw with Gunther trying to get his title back. Could be some fun TV, bro. You know, with the Miz using his creativity, man, I could just see a good run right there, man. If they want to change it up and do something new, not just the same old stale Gunther, giving ram down their throat, the Miz would be a breath of fresh air, and I'm hoping for the Miz 1, 2, 3, whether he cheats or whatever, or CM Punk comes down and jumps in and helps him win, whatever it is, there it is. Yeah, man. Hey, wouldn't it be refreshing to see a Miz win?
Oh my goodness, I'm a big fan of the Miz. Like I said, that is the last great Intercontinental champion out there. Let me go ahead and throw this, Paul, and let me go ahead and ruin your parade here. Okay. I was talking to a couple of people, and somebody had thrown it out there that what's gonna happen is that Gunther is actually going to end up losing his Intercontinental champion to one of his minions. Because you know how they're starting to beef a little bit now?
Right.
That is going to be one of them to dethrone his Intercontinental championship reign. And I'm telling everybody right now, that's going to put me on suicide watch, man.
That's stupid. I can see it happening, but that's pretty dumb. Those guys are not over and will never be as over as even Gunther.
Right. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Look, Mr. Benny. Look, man. Gunther, I've said it before, there's room for him in the roster. He's not that great of a wrestler. He's just slaps dudes in the chest. That's it. That's all he does. How you doing, Vanessa? John, your worst nightmare? What's going on? I really do hope that Miz. How about this, Paul? How about this? How about Miz getting a victory but not winning the strap? Can that happen tonight?
Man, I hope not. Let's take the strap. Let's give Miz a celebration tonight, bro.
Okay.
Man, I think it's time. Yeah. And you know what? What I also could see is Gunther's minions. They've been fighting. Maybe they save him a few times during this match, but then just it heats up, and one of them turns against another and does not help Gunther win. Does not help Gunther win, and actually helps where it creates where the Miz could win. I could see something like that happening.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, how about instead of Miz cheating, one of his minions turns on Gunther and Miz just capitalizes on it?
Right.
That I'm down with. Yes, 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 man. So look, I am going with my boy The Miz by faith, for the love of wrestling, for the love of the greatest championship ever, the Intercontinental Championship belt. And Miz, please, which Miz has style because he's awesome. He will turn the IC strap back to what it originally looked like, because it looks like trash today. It's a damn shame what they've done with the IC strap. Let's get it off of Gunther, put it on The Miz, the last great Intercontinental champion. I love The Miz, man. Let's do this. Is it gonna happen? I don't know. I probably not. All right, Paul. I'll ask it to you. If you had to bet money on it, if you had to, does Miz get the strap off Gunther tonight?
If I had to bet money, no.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
But do I feel that there's a great chance? Yes. I think there's a great chance. Man, when they saw the crowd's reaction to The Miz, the crowd wants the Miz to win. But lately, Triple H, he's not a guy that goes by the crowds like Vince. He sticks by his guns and what he has in his storyline, So,
okay.
Yeah, man. But I do want to say this, man. So we're both choosing The Miz. And I see some comments out there. John, the worst nightmare. What's up, John? Vanessa, Benny, Anthony. Let's just hit it really quick. What is your chances that CM Punk does come tonight? We're in his hometown. The fans were yelling, even off. I don't know if you've seen the clips off air where the fans shut down what was going on, yelling CM Punk, CM Punk. Is CM Punk going to be there and sign with WWE? Yes or no?
No, I don't think so. I think, honestly, man, the rumor is that that's why they went ahead and announced that Randy Orton is going to be there ahead of time, as opposed to them waiting in the ring like, oh, who's going to be their partner? Who's going to be? Let's wait. Just so they can stop the CM Punk, the whole chance and everything. And that's what I heard. That they said, no, let's just go ahead and do it ahead of time, so we won't have this huge, CM Punk, while we're waiting to see who their partner is. So I don't think he is, man. I don't think he is.
Yeah, if he's not, man, I bet you they have some plans. While in between matches, they have some probably video packages. So when they start, fans will start yelling CM Punk through this night, regardless of what happens, whether he's there or not. They're going to start yelling, and they probably have video packages and other things to sway away, because we know that Triple H and him have beef. Now Triple H is doing the matches, so man, it's going to be interesting. I would say 80% no, 20% yes, but what do I know?
All right. Well, let's move on to the next match, Pablo.
Okay, we're almost there. All right, man. This is an interesting one, and it seems like every pay-per-view Triple H is giving one of his NXT people, graduates, a little chance to move up. Women's champion Rhea Ripley, Mommy, versus Zoe Stark. What do you say, Cholo?
I don't want to spend too much time on this match. Come on, you're really gonna have Zoe Stark dethrone Mommy? She is the hottest commodity right now, outside of possibly Roman Reigns. I think, Paul, I think she's even bigger and hotter right now than Seth freaking Rollins.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think she's bigger than Gunther. She's bigger than the only one that she may be under when we're talking about champions is probably just the tribal chief Roman Reigns, and even then, I'm not so sure. Well, no, I think she is under, but you cannot. And Zoe Stark, come on, who's believing this stuff, man?
Right.
You really have this match? Are you only doing this match just so you can have mommy? Because there's really no storyline here. Are you only doing this just so mommy can get out there so you can go ahead and give it to the fans and say, oh, it's Survivor Series. It's one of the big fours. We got to have mommy out there. We didn't really get too much of a storyline. Let's just put it out there for Zoe Stark.
Jeez. Jeez. Hey, bro,
So,
you've seen everything that's been happening on Monday Night Raw. Bro,
yes.
this is Survivor Series. This is the big one of the big four. Look what they
Mm,
got here, bro. Look what they got. They got Zoe Stark versus Mommy. They could
mm.
have had, dude, they could have had Raquel. They could have had, what's her name? The big Samoan girl. I forget her name right now. Nia
Nia
Jax.
Jax.
Nia
Nia
Jax.
Jax, yeah.
Dude, they could have had those matches. It would have made sense on a Survivor Series. This does not make sense, bro. But
Yeah.
again, it's Triple H booking. We're in a new era. So it's like, well, I got to put my NXT girls, get them over. I like this girl. I got to get her some shine, And he's always looking to build up the next person, which is good. But sometimes he forgets who's the now.
Yeah.
Man, Rhea Ripley is so huge, dude. She's a big commodity, dude. Imagine her T-shirt sales, everything, dude. And here we have Zoe Stark. It does nothing for no one. There's no chance that Zoe Stark will win at all. Where does this go? Is this leading to something? Who's going to come out? Because this match alone, don't get me wrong. Rhea's a great wrestler. Zoe's a great wrestler. Don't get me wrong. Zoe is not a great personality. She doesn't have a good presence. So what's going to happen during this match? Is it going to be a straight wrestling match, or is somebody going to come out and make this match exciting? Is there going to be a Nia Jax coming out? Is there going to be a Raquel? Is there going to be a Jade Cargill to set up what's going to happen in the future at the Royal Rumble? Something has to happen in this match to make us go, oh, dude, we were wrong. But if this match just goes straight out, it's going to be a Rhea Ripley win, probably by cheating with Dom Dom, whatever. And yeah, I don't see nothing good coming out of it unless there's a spin that we don't know that's going to lead to the future. Because Zoe Stark is not the future, and I don't mean to be a hater. It's just she's not a Becky Lynch, she's not a Bianca Belair. I can't see this going nowhere for WrestleMania, as we're going to be on the road to WrestleMania pretty soon. So we'll see.
Yeah, gracias, Vanessa. I would say this, Paul, that during the match, I don't think anybody comes out. If anybody comes out to start telling a future storyline, it's going to be after the match. But as far as the during the match, I don't think so, man. Although Tall Baby saying everyone thought 1, 2, 3 Kid didn't have a chance against Razor Ramon.
True. That's true. Hey, true that. That's true.
Yeah, but this is for the women's title, and mommy is too hot right now. You cannot take. I don't see anybody worthy enough of taking the strap off of mommy right now. And if it is gonna be somebody, it's not gonna be her.
Yeah, and why do they have Nia Jax steamrolling everybody on Monday Night Raw and not have her on Survivor Series? I don't get that. She's been beating everyone
I
down. She should be the one here. And then to have Raquel lose on Raw, it makes no sense. And Nia Jax win over Raquel. They're like the two hottest ones right now coming up, and I don't know. I don't get it sometimes, but Triple H has to put his graduates over.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that's where it's headed. I think that's why they've been having Nia Jax just steamroll over everybody. I think Nia Jax comes out and attacks mommy at the end of the match, not during the match, but after the match is done, to have a little excitement and start building some sort of rivalry between those two.
Yeah, interesting, man. Interesting, but it's always good, man. Having mommy and Dom and all them come out. It's gonna be should be pretty cool, man.
Yeah. You definitely had to have mommy out there. It's just the opponent choice was pretty weak. But what else we got, Pablo?
And then just one other comment before we get on to the main event is that no heavyweight championships are on the line here. So it
Right,
extends
right.
everyone's title reign.
Yeah, not even the United States champion Logan Paul is on here either, man. And Esa Benny, I respect the Intercontinental Championship, but the champion themselves, it depends who it is. But the Intercontinental Championship, the title itself, the greatest, the most prestigious for me personally ever in all of wrestling. But the champion, let's put it on the Miz, and then we'll have some fun.
Woo. All right, man. Here we go. The main event of the evening, the men's war game match. Here we go. Seth freaking Rollins, Cody Rhodes, Jay Uso, Sami Zayn, and the Viper, Randy Orton. Man, so much star power in that team, bro. So much star power in that team versus Finn Balor, Damian Priest, Dirty Dominic Mysterio, JD McDonough. Man, here we go, bro. What do you have to say?
And Drew McIntyre.
Oh, Drew. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
don't
Drew
even have his.
McIntyre.
I'm looking at WWE right now. They don't even have his picture on the side. They have him on the top. Sorry.
Yeah, for the women's war game match, it's 4-on-4. For the men's, it's 5-on-5. Um, you can kind of overdo it at some point. I kind of like the 4-on-4 as opposed to the 5-on-5, but I'll it's gonna be a good match. Okay, it's gonna be a good match. Everybody's gonna be very entertained by it. I'm gonna be entertained by it. The storyline again, Paul. It kind of goes back to what we're talking about when it comes to the women's war game match, right? It's like the faces here. It's just a bunch of random faces, right? That
Yeah.
they do kind of buddy up every now and then when you're talking about Sammy and main event Jay Uso and Cody. They're just a bunch of dudes, man. They're not a faction or everything. Where the Judgment Day, they are a faction. Even that little sniveling little weasel,
JD.
JD McDonough, he's trying to weasel his way into the Judgment Day. I'm not sure if he says it's part of the Judgment Day or not yet,
Yeah, he's
but
part of it. He's official.
oh, okay, all right. And Drew McIntyre, we saw what happened there. So it's kind of hard to say that the faces are going to win when it's just a bunch of random dudes. Now they've all been beefing with Judgment Day in their own right, but to me, I think Judgment Day has to win. However, well, man, I'm picturing it in my head right now, Paul, as we speak. And I was going to say that I think the baby faces are going to win. But man, I might change that now. Now I think I can kind of see Drew McIntyre getting the pin victory. And you know what? That's the way I'm going to go. I think Drew McIntyre, he gets the pin, the 1, 2, 3, probably on somebody like Sami Zayn. And they get the victory. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the heels on this one.
What are you trying to say? Sami Zayn is a jobber?
You know what, Paul? Okay, Paul, you're probably the only big Sami Zayn fan. I'm
Yeah.
not saying he doesn't have
Was,
fans.
was, was.
Okay, he has fans, but you were like the fan, and I'm
Yes.
like, he's all right. I
Right.
mean, I don't have beef with them, but you were the fan of Sami Zayn,
Yes.
and I'm just kind of like, yeah, he's okay. But I think Drew gets over on Sami Zayn. Um, there's gonna be some sort of story that gets built to move forward.
Yes.
We know that Jey Uso and Sami Zayn, they have a little bit of history there. Um, the whole thing with Jey Uso being part of the bloodline before, there's gonna be some sort of story that's gonna start getting built through this match. So
Yep.
I'm excited for it. Hey, for all purposes, I am excited for this match. I think it's gonna be one heck of a damn good match.
Yeah, man. There's so many ways this could go. And I don't know about you, man, but Drew McIntyre was such a boring face. And now with this new persona as a bad guy, man, I really like it. I like where it's going. And I look for a good match. I'm looking forward to this one. Drew McIntyre, I agree, could get the pin. Um, and there's always that storyline that's been rumoring around for a while that what's his name is being thrown out of the Judgment Day. Oh my God, Damien. That Damien's
Okay.
getting thrown out of the Judgment Day. Will that happen tonight? I don't know. And that's what some of the people were saying that Triple H, his booking right now, his writing is like every different faction is like breaking up. Like everybody, Damage Control, LWO, this one, the Judgment Day, that everybody's breaking up in every little thing. So we'll see if it happens. But
I
go ahead.
do okay. Okay, since you mentioned that, is it possible? Because Drew McIntyre has said that he's not part of the Judgment Day.
Right,
He has said that. So is it
right.
possible? Is it possible that they turn on Damian Priest tonight? They kick him out, right? Just the way they did Edge. Remember when they
Hmm.
got rid of Edge?
Hmm.
And Drew McIntyre is now officially part of the Judgment Day.
That would be interesting, man. That's totally possible. It's totally possible. And yeah, Drew McIntyre has his little handshake with mommy. We don't know what's going on. Mommy could be betraying all of them, man, and to get rid of what's his name, Damien, dude. And mommy put Damien in charge of this group. How can he be in charge
Mm,
if Drew thinks he's the leader? It's going to
right.
be interesting. On the other hand, we look at the faces, and they all seem like they got it going on, and they're working as a good crew all together in unison. But we got to remember, dude, when you bring in Randy, also, Randy's a viper, and there hasn't been one person except Riddle that he hasn't turned on. He's turned on every partner. He's a solo person. He's a legend
Mm,
killer. You know what I mean? So he's turned on everybody, bro. So we got to remember also, with that in mind, that Jay Uso is the one who hurt Randy. Jay and Jimmy, they're the ones who hurt Randy, and that's why Randy's out. So will he get revenge with that? Um,
mhm,
there's a lot of so many ways this could go after the match, and it's pretty exciting. But to see the Viper back, man, it's a breath of fresh air. The fans are gonna, you just never know about Randy. The fans are gonna be excited. And one more thing, I don't know where they're going with all this, but another person that could definitely dethrone the tribal chief would be Jey Uso, man. He's really surprised me. The fans are really behind him. Have you noticed that?
I have. Look, I had to eat my words. By the way, Tall Baby, yes, absolutely. Legion of Doom, Ultimate Warrior, Texas Tornado, may you rest in peace. Y'all, yeah, man, I remember that. That was 1990, I believe. Um, no, I'm with you. I gotta eat my words, man. I said if the Usos break up, they will be complete nobody.
Exactly. Me
Um,
too. Me too.
yeah, Jimmy, I mean, he's still there with the tribal chief, but Jay, I'm wrong. I was wrong. Yeah, he's the biggest baby face aside with Cody Rhodes. They're the biggest baby faces, man. So well, no, actually LA Knight as well. So I would say those three are the top baby faces in the WWE. Cody Rhodes, and not in no particular order, but Cody Rhodes, LA Knight, and um, main event Jey Uso.
Yeah, man.
But
Yeah.
you know what? Here, okay, let me go ahead and throw this out there, Paul, because you're bringing up Randy Orton, and yes, there is talks about, like, Randy Orton. He never really has to be a face or a heel. He's just Randy Orton.
Right.
It's, yeah, he's not like, hey man, I'm a good guy, I'm a bad guy. He's just him, right? Now, I think this is a little beneath him, but could it be possible that Randy Orton is in cahoots with Judgment Day?
Man, you never know about that guy, dude. You never know. That's the way they play him, and that's the way he is. And even when remember when he was with Riddle, he was
Yes,
still like a bad guy, good guy. You never
right.
know when he was going to beat up Riddle. Remember a few times he turned on him and RKO'd him. He RKO'd Riddle. So
Yeah.
yeah, man, there's so many ways it could go, dude. And not only that, you know who has that vibe too that could turn on anybody in a second is Seth Rollins too.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh
so
yeah.
we don't know what's going to go on here, man. And man, so okay?
I,
If
oh,
you had to say your prediction, how it's going to end, I know you said Drew. What do you see happening? Who does he pin
oh,
and why?
okay. Here's what I think happens. I do believe Randy Orton RKO's at least one of his teammates tonight. Not to say that he's turning on them. It can be after the it could very well be after the match. It could be during the match. If I had to choose, I would think it happens during the match. Like everybody's down, like everybody's down except for him and main event Jey Uso, and then Randy just looks at him and just pow RKO, like, you bastard, right? He is gonna RKO one of the baby faces, one of his partners tonight, at least one, maybe all of them. I don't know, man, because he's he's the Viper, man. I
Yeah.
love Randy Orton, so I do believe we do see that. Um, I I believe, as a matter of fact, you know what? I'll go ahead and I'll say it now, man. As a matter of fact, I don't even think Randy Orton even cares about winning this match. I think he RKO's Sami Zayn while the rest of the team is either down, out of it, out of the ring, whatever it may be, RKO's him and just allows Drew McIntyre to have his way, give him the Claymore and 1, 2, 3. And then Randy Orton just like, yeah, that's right. And then bam, maybe Randy Orton RKO's Drew McIntyre.
Wow.
And then maybe that leads to a beef between Drew and Randy Orton down the line or something.
Wow. I mean,
But
there's
Randy Orton, he's a Viper, man. I love it. I love it.
so much star power on his team, man. It's incredible. It's incredible. I don't remember
Yeah.
if he ever turned on Cody when they were Legacy. I don't remember or not, but
Yeah, with Ted DiBiase.
man, interesting times, bro. I just I hope they use Randy. They realize that he's one of the biggest guys in the company. I hope they utilize him good and they don't bury him. But I could see a
Well,
feud either between Randy and Drew or Randy and Jay. And man, I just hope out of that they don't bury Randy. But my pick, if I had to say, man, somehow the bad guys are getting over. Somehow, at whether they win or lose, they're going to stand tall at the end. And actually, I do predict that Jey Uso will be pinned because he's always one of the ones who get pinned, just like on the other team, Finn Balor. He's always the one to get pinned. So I
mm,
think Jey Uso's going to get pinned, but not because he sucks, because somehow Mommy does something to backstab them. Mommy does something.
mm,
So we'll
okay.
see what happens. So I'm picking the Judgment Day to win by cheating with Mommy's involvement, and it's this is just so interesting, bro. There's so many ways it could go. We look at Randy, but it could come sideways. Sammy could go back to the bad guy. We don't know. We don't know, man. But
Oh,
the major players, hey, I'm gonna tell you something. I was a Sammy fan before Sammy got big. You know that. But
yes.
but I will say this: since Sammy stopped remember when he used to be the conspiracy theorist and come out dancing? Since
Right,
he
right.
stopped being that guy, man, I lost interest, bro, because that was the Sammy I liked.
I know that's when you got a tattoo, like Benny's saying right here. That's when you
You're
got
not
the
supposed to.
tattoo of Sammy.
Hey, Benny, I thought that was my secret, bro. I thought you weren't gonna let it out, bro. Hey, gosh, bro.
Hey, this
Yeah.
is it's gonna be a good match. I am interested to see how it ends. Definitely, there's gonna be RKO's on the babyface side of this team. He's definitely gonna RKO at least one person on his team. Not to say that that makes him heel, but it's just it makes him the Viper.
Do
That's
you
what
see?
happens, man.
Do you see him coming out last?
Yes, yes, I do. If well, maybe Judgment Day comes out last. But as far as the faces, as far as the babyface team, yeah, I see him coming out last. But I think Judgment Day probably comes out last.
Ooh, well, hey, dude, when Drew and Randy face each other, watch the
Mhm.
crowd, bro. That's good. The crowd's gonna go like crazy.
They could really build on that, Paul. They
They
can really
could.
build on that, man.
They
They
could.
can.
That's
They
huge.
can. Yeah, they
That's
can
huge.
build on that. So, Pablo, before we wrap it up, all in all, what's your excitement level for this Survivor Series, man? There's only 5 matches.
It's excellent. It's really good compared to this. We do this every pay-per-view. This is one of the better pay-per-views that we've had recently. I'm really excited. Man, they have everybody you want to see in these matches. Maybe not my first choice, but they're all there. Everybody you want to see is there, except the tribal chief. So it's exciting,
Mm.
man. And yeah, I'm a 5 out of 5 right now.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow, man.
Hey,
You
hey,
are
hey,
surprising me,
hey.
man.
The Viper. No. I take that back. 4.9. It would have been a 5 if my boy Carlito was there. So 5,
And it's and
4.9.
and it's possible that he may still make an appearance. He's
Yeah,
probably
he'll
just not
come
going to
out with the
be.
sling. He'll
Yeah,
come out with the sling coming down the ring. You
yeah,
know.
yeah. He's yeah. Wow. I'm surprised, Paul.
Yeah, yeah,
Man.
yeah.
Okay.
My boy Dominic, man, and your boy JD McDonough. You know.
Good gosh. Let me tell everybody something right now. This main event match is gonna be that much better. Love him or hate him, but it's gonna be that much better because Dirty Dom is in it, and he's gonna
Yes,
put in some damn good work, man.
and mommy
Mo-
on his side.
and mommy on the side. I'll tell you guys this: there's no tribal chief. There's no United States champion in Logan Paul. That kind of lowers it for me. The match for mommy is a little bit weak. It's good that she's out there. Let's just remember wrestling from way back in the day when it was a wrestler versus some jobber, some local
Right,
jobber. You
Brooklyn
know
Brawler.
that. Yeah, you know what? That's gonna be fun to watch, I guess, man. But look. Right now, I will out of 5, I will rank this a 3.5.
You're a
Okay.
psycho, brother.
Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Hang if 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 Miz dethrones one of the worst Intercontinental champions in Gunther, this goes over 5 for me, man. This breaks the ceiling. This breaks the ceiling. So that's the match that I'm really looking forward to. So but we'll I think it'll be exciting, Paul. I think it will, man. I
Yeah,
think it's
I
gonna be a good
agree.
one.
I
Yeah.
agree. This was a good little thing we had. It got me more excited. So it's good, man. And all those guys out there, Benny, to baby, everybody out there, man, Vanessa, man, we appreciate you all. So everything we said will happen. We've never got a match wrong ever. Yeah, right.
All right, man. Well, you guys enjoy Survivor Series. Like I said, every time I hear Survivor Series, I always think Vince back when he was a commentator, the Survivor Series,
You're
you know.
fired.
Yeah, good stuff, man. That is my tag team partner, Pablo from the LA Times. Cholo Trucker Wrestling Rehab. Shouts to all the junkies. Enjoy Survivor Series. Catch you guys on next one.
And